Okay, listen, guys. Before y'all get started, okay, because we've only got 16 minutes. You can hear the air, all right? I'm making sacrifices for us because it's hot as the devil. And I'm riding around in my car doing this voiceover so my car can cool down. And we need to make some sacrifices, okay? Take one for the team because I'll die in this car if I don't have the AC on, okay? I'm already riding around looking like a weirdo, all right? Just so. Let's get to it. Now, it's been like, 5-6 days since I done a video. I feel like YouTube is a very emotional place. And I'm an impulsive and emotional person. And so I needed time to cool down. I needed time because when you're YouTube with a platform, you got something going on in your mind. It's so easy to click, record, go live, whatever. You know what I mean? Like to just get on and be on. And I'm one of those people. The more fired up I am, the more entertaining I am. I'm working on it, okay? Some of it I regret, none of it I regret. All I'm telling you is that if you catch me day 1 of an event, my emotions are usually better by day 5 of an event. Which is why if I really care about you, I will not argue with you until like day 3 or 4, till I've had time to calm down. Or sometimes I rev up. It just depends on what the situation is. But usually if you give me time, I'll calm down and we can come to a reasonable agreement or disagreement. But if you catch me or you keep going and you keep driving my pressure up, well, then I get a little bit aggravated. And then the emotions come out and then I respond like an emotional woman. I didn't want to do that every nail video. So I was like, girl, calm down. Take a break. Reset. I was over there watching Lena's video over there with all that glitter. She's just in a space of positivity. And I'm like, girl, yes. Sometimes you got to get back to, let's get back to the subject. Now, I know some of y'all like, but you're a revolutionary. You're a revolutionary. You gotta, you know, people think because you have a stern way about you that you can't be nice. As I always say, 2 things can be true at once. I can be nice and not let you play in my face. That's a possibility of being a human. I'm not one to mess with. I'm very nice. I am very nice. I'm very compassionate, thoughtful, empathetic. I will process things. I can apologize when I'm wrong. But at the same time, if I feel like I'm wronged or I feel like something's not right, okay, well, I'm going to be what I need to be. And I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not one to stalk and argue with people, especially if you're a business. I'll just handle it in a business casual way. Whom do I need to write this strongly worded email to so I can get the actions that I wanted to take place? You're not about to raise my pressure and there's a business involved. That's just me. Everybody don't handle their situations the same way. But one, I don't know these people, so I'm really not into arguing with strangers because I'm going to get real nasty and real petty because I don't know you. I don't have an attachment to you. I'm not playing with your kids at the Chuck E. Cheese. Girl, I don't know you. So you probably don't want to argue with me. Okay? You probably don't. And I don't want to argue with you. But if there's a situation just for the future with a business, I will always handle it in a business casual way. To whom it may or may not concern. I am going through the chain of command. There is a problem. Okay? Now, if you want to write each other emails and go back and forth in the DM, that is on you, girl. But I don't see why we would play those games. That right there leads to charges. Okay? That right there is harassment, cyber stalking. That is bullying. When you handle things in a business-like manner, such as I have a problem with something, I won't support it. To me, that's the adult way of handling a situation that has been processed. Will everyone agree with it? No. I don't expect the people that I support to just stop using that brand because they like it. When I was one summer, like everybody was boycotting Starbucks, and I love Starbucks. Okay. And I was like, I think they was being racist or something. Something had happened. It was either towards blacks or the LGBTQ community. Two things that would automatically affect me, right? I should be like, nah. But I was so hooked on Starbucks at the time, I was like, I'll just buy it less. The human in me was like, they ain't done nothing to me. I get it. Where somebody might be like, girl, that's your problem. I don't have a problem with that company. And we don't have a problem because you don't share my same sentiments. I am an adult who can stand alone. We are still good even when we disagree. The problem that I have is the way people process and handle their disagreements. I don't have a problem with anybody who has ever felt like I don't agree with Candy. We can still get along. We can still sit because I am a grown woman. If I had everybody around me agreeing, I would assume y'all were AI robots and this was all a game. Okay? I like a little bit of discord. I like people to be like, no, that's not my point of view. The fact that we can discuss something and not get petty and argue, that to me shows intelligence, emotional intelligence and mental intelligence. Like, girl, who is this calling me? Hold on one second. Hello? Girl, look how unprofessional I'm being. I don't be knowing who it is. I gotta answer the phone. My anxiety will get to me. Anyway. I lost my train of thought. Jesus, this is why you don't answer the phone. Girl, what was I saying? It'll come back to me. What I'm saying is, as adults, we're supposed to be, coming back. We're supposed to be able to agree to disagree and still be able to get along, but give people time to process. We're so used to responding right away. That's not always the right thing to do. Sometimes we need to give it a couple of days, let things cool down. I am guilty of, if you catch me at the wrong time and I ain't cooled down, and if the camera rolling or not, it's gonna be an action. But I am learning that, especially with touchy situations, you gotta give things time. You just kind of gotta shut the fuck up sometimes. Okay, and that might be days. It's hard, especially if you're an outspoken person, to have thoughts and views. And I'm the type of person, like, if it's wrong, I'm saying it. I've been this way since I was a child. Like, that ain't right. Okay, I would rather have you respect me because you know I'm honest than be questioning me when I say certain things. When you agree to everything and everything is wonderful and everything is beautiful and there's never a problem, people will start to question you. Like, is that person really honest? Because they never have a problem with nothing, and that's not human. I'm not saying you got to come bash things or anything like that, but you can have an opinion, express it thoughtfully and respectfully, and not be a robot on YouTube. You don't have to say, well, I'm going to cuss this bitch out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do all that. You know, but you can kindly say, I think not. And that's where a lot of us are learning to get to. I get that people don't want to lose ambassadorships and let me tell you something. What you're not going to do and play in my face for free product. Okay, you're not cutting the kind of checks that's gonna make me compromise my principles on anything. If I start lying about stuff that truly bothers me, people won't even trust me when I'm doing reviews. They'll know, like, that bothers her. So if she's lying over here, when is she lying over there? And I don't ever want no one to question my credibility. You can disagree with me, but you won't be over there wondering, hopefully, like, can we trust what she's saying? Is she being honest? You know, we just won't always agree, and that's fine. But I want you to understand that the human in me, sometimes things I say or do, they're not going to be as pleasing to everyone's palate, and that's okay. That's okay. As long as we can respectfully agree to disagree, and as long as we learn to work through our emotions and respond positively. I mean, look, me and Kiara had like a back and forth. We're over it. I don't know any of y'all enough to say I know anybody personally. I don't know y'all, and y'all don't know me. We know segments of each other's lives. So the responses sometimes that people expect, oh, I thought she was this and this person is fake and da-da-da. They're not fake. You don't know that person. It takes time to get people to know people you've dated. How many of you have dated or been around somebody for years and they're still getting to know stuff? So how can you expect to know everything about a person that you're just typing back and forth to on the internet? You've never had lunch. You've never went on a rainy day walk. You never dealt with, you don't even know each other's kids' names. Nothing. You know, we're learning each other. And so we're learning to respond to each other. And we're learning to accept the differences in each other. And that takes time. That takes time. Rushing things and trying to force people into stuff, that's where the problems are created. But I'm grateful that we've all, I feel like for the most part, the mature women, whether we have decided to agree or disagree, we've all decided to focus on the content. And I wanted to make this like one of my, not last bling focus sets, because I'm going to be doing bling, you know, that's my thing. But I wanted to slide into some other stuff. I felt like the artistry was getting stagnant because the environment was getting stagnant. We was focused on bullshit. And so it was like, this is a cute design, but it's cluttered. It's not really thought out. There's no zhuzh to it. I mean, somebody will wear it, but this is nails to me versus art to me, right? I am not at my best doing this set. And that's why I took some days off, because I wanted to think clearly and refocus, reset my mind, reset my attitude, readjust the energy. I had some issues with other content creators where we've decided, you know, like, hey, look, we're going to agree to disagree. Probably because people responded emotionally. But at this time, again, I don't have no problem with those people at all. We just are learning to learn each other and how to respond to each other. I have learned for the future how to deal with my YouTube relationships. Now, I hadn't been able to give back to the people that had given back to me because financially I was not in the position. So I just couldn't give back to just be giving back. But I'm so grateful because things are like literally turning around for me financially, emotionally, in real life. And I'm like, okay, finally I can start to give back and get back to the Sister Mel thing, get back to focusing on content and art, to where when I get up here, I'm not just rambling about other YouTubers. I can talk about what inspired me as a teenager, as a grown woman. The TLC nails that y'all are see I'm working on, like, I love TLC growing up. Their whole, you know, they were our generation's supremes, right? You know, we had them and Destiny's Child. So I'm so excited to get back into content that allows me to talk about subjects that are like interesting and they have a point and they make sense. I know we kind of get a little distracted with mess, but like positive vibes is kind of like where we want to go. You know what I mean? And we want to get back to that. You know, sometimes you got to revolutionize. That doesn't mean that we can't be positive during the revolution. The revolution is still happening, but positivity needs to still be happening as well. Misunderstandings have happened. We've all agreed, most of us, to move on from those misunderstandings where we can. And I am grateful for that, because that shows growth in us as women and as humans, that we can move on. It doesn't mean that we're fake. It doesn't mean that Kiara and I and whoever else is phony. If we have agreed that we are grown women and life is too short, and girl, I don't know you and you don't know me, let's go and check this up to the deuces, and let's support each other. That is the bigger picture. I want y'all to take, if anything, I think at one point Kiara told me I was going straight to hell. Babe, did you tell me I was going to hell? Put it in the comments. I think she was like, you going to hell? And I was like, girl, my feelings are hurt. She said, I'm going to hell. Real talk. But look where we are today. Sometimes people disagree, and then they think about it, and then they process it, and they either move on together or they move on separately. But we in the community, if we're going to be in a community, we have to learn to work together, whether we're working next to each other or adjacent. It affects us all. Beef that's here, years later, you might get something, and now this person is pissed off about something 3 years ago, and they might come back. You just never know. You know, some things, if you can resolve them, resolve them. Life is very, very short. And again, we don't know each other. We don't know each other. Now, some of it, it's not going to be resolved. You've gone too far. It is what it is. The revolution has started. Okay? The revolution has started for you. I don't know what to tell you because the revolution has started. Maybe you can throw up a flag in somebody. I don't know. Okay? But for the people that we've processed and moved on, I'm grateful. Let's move on. Let's be positive for the community. We all love nails. We all come here to escape, do positive things, art, express ourselves. Let's have a good damn time. Let's get back to it. It's Friday. It's Friday night. I'm finna go finish the TLC nails. I hope y'all enjoyed this little taste. It's just a little hors d'oeuvres to say. Of these nails. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for subscribing. 90 days? Even under 90 days. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so freaking much. Have a great Friday. Bye.